Today we lost many people whom we have known for a long time and spent many moments with, but we should feel proud because they were the ones who reached their goal. Rest in peace to all those we have lost. Hello guys, I'm Master Toilet and welcome to this video. I really don't feel good while making this video, but it's what we have to do and analyze episode 70 part 3 and see the secret tips that were in it. Also, a whole lot of the events that I had said happened and some secrets were revealed that we will see together. Before continuing the video, to respect all those we lost from today, hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel and press the bell. Let's go! As I said, part 3 started from the continuation of the previous part. After the Plunger cameraman and the dark speaker man opened the door and were met with the sound of the toilets banging on the door. But they kept going and this is where it all just begins. After they reached the new corridor, another guard came out of the front door of the toilets. But from the first glance, you could understand that this room is special. But while the Plunger cameraman was preparing himself for the fight, suddenly we see two similar errors. Transmission error. Recording error. After this, strangely, this toilet does not see us and passes by us without noticing. Meanwhile, the Plunger cameraman was also surprised. A very strange whispering voice says something that it's hard to really understand what it's saying. The first time I heard this voice, I remembered the secret agent and I must say that it was him. After this we see that even the dark speaker man has somehow turned into a ghost and he too has not been seen. But a strange thing happened after that. We see a cameraman behind the wall with a green light. After much investigation I found out that he was one of the same cameramen who was with us along the way, who either came from the secret agent or is the secret agent himself as the Plunger cameraman sees him. But I think the first one is more correct. But I will tell you 100% that this was all help from the secret agent. After this dark speaker man indicates to us that they should go inside this room. After this we go to this room. While the door is closing, the Plunger cameraman uses his device to open the door again. We also see the secret agent talking to the scientist toilet, and these are the things he says. "It was silly, my little pal will kill you. Guess I don't interested. Goodbye." But after entering this room, we see the secret agent who said goodbye with a smile. As I said in my previous video, the scientist toilet was very close to us. As we can see now, my words came true and we reached him now. But after this, all the errors disappeared and we see the scientist toilet turning towards us. This fool who thinks that our work will be finished is smiling. After this, the same toilet that passed by us notices us, but I really don't know how he knew they were there without them even making a sound. After this, as he was preparing his laser, the Plunger cameraman closes the door in time and goes back using his jetpack. The scientist toilet is surprised by this move and again this fool thinks that he can do something and he can escape. After this, he activates the security lasers of this room using the control panel he has. But thanks to the Plunger cameraman, who immediately found the control device of these lasers and stopped both of them with difficulty. While the scientist toilet opens the door in front of him to escape, the Plunger cameraman uses his special device and closes the door. This time, the scientist toilet is really surprised. But again, this idiot made another mistake and tried to teleport himself. Again, the Plunger cameraman stops him so that this coward does not run away. And he tells the scientist toilet to fight. Finally, the scientist toilet, who sees that there is no way, starts to fight. He tries to destroy Plunger cameraman by using his powerful laser, but Plunger cameraman uses his jet pick. Meanwhile, the dark speaker man uses the spear he picked up and hits it on the head of the scientist toilet. After this move, he bravely flies towards this idiot to deliver more blows. Plunger cameraman also goes to help him, but this help is of no use and we see that the scientist toilet gives a bad blow to the dark speaker man and throws him into the corner. Plunger cameraman immediately attacks him, but again, just like the dark speaker man, grabs him in his claws. Meanwhile, the scientist toilet wanted to finish the work of the Plunger cameraman. The dark speaker man who was cut in half uses his jetpack to help his friend again. This man really deserves big respect. After the scientist toilet is distracted, the Plunger cameraman puts his weapon in the idiot's eye. And thank God it was a really big hit. but the scientist toilet has prepared his laser and unfortunately manages to hit the Plunger cameraman. There are more and more sad scenes and it's really hard to watch. This time he severely damages the dark speaker man with this laser. After this, we find out that the scientist toilet managed to get hold of this special device and use it to restart his teleportation operation. Again, this fool thinks that the game is over. But suddenly the helpers who arrived from outside came to this room. We see the large TV man. At this moment, the large TV man says, "My technology, you can listen yourself." After this he unveils a new ability and collects all the black smoke that causes teleportation. The scientist is surprised again and uses his laser. But the large TV man can throw back the scientist toilet due to his ability and the use of speakers. This guy is really strong. After this, the auxiliary forces use stun guns to trap him, but he still uses his control panel and opens the doors on the floor. After this he jumps down. The large TV man looks down and realizes something big is about to happen. But he says something again and this time he says it by reversing it. "Full back now. You can listen by yourself." After this they go back and close the door and we see another strange thing. Yes, another larger controlled version of the scientist toilet. At first glance, we see that his toilet is brand new and also has 4 large powerful lasers along with a jetpack. Maybe he was preparing this robot to fight the Titans again. His laser is very powerful and even destroys the door completely. After this we see the second group of special agents who come to help. This time they strangely know that the real version of the scientist toilet is inside this robot. I don't know how, but it was really clever. After this, the large cameraman makes a hole for the special agents to enter. The scientist toilet is surprised again, but this time he uses his lasers and meanwhile you can see a hole created in the back of this robot. We can see big monitors inside this hole and surely he can use them to control this robot. After the big explosion, the large cameraman falls to the ground, but he doesn't really look bad. After this we see the big version's glasses break and red eyes once again. He prepares his lasers to finish off the large cameraman and we also see another device, perhaps another type of laser. But this time he really fails and we find out that the special agents are doing their job. After a fierce fight, the original version of the scientist comes out of the toilet and we see special agents on him. The TV woman is hypnotizing him on his face and the speaker woman is also using her knives. The scientist toilet manages to push them all away. Despite such terrible blows, he is still alive. After this we see an extremely powerful scene. Surely no one can escape the power of this picture. But now, with a closer look, you can see the improvements of special agents. But what's weird is that the camera woman has the exact same laser that the toilets use, and we know that all 3 of them were in the TV men's base and got these upgrades from there, so it can be suspicious. But after all this, despite all the blows to his confidence, he still thinks he can escape through the upper doors. After opening the upper doors, he faces all 3 Titans. I would be just as scared if I were him, but you could have helped this much earlier and before all these events. Anyway, after this, the Titan cameraman captures him and while the scientist toilet tries to say something, he burns him using his core energy. But he wants everyone to have a hand in killing him and gives the scientist toilet to the Titan TV man. But wait, if we look at the TV on his right, we can see that it is broken. But how is this possible? The last time we saw it everything was fine. We know that almost no normal toilet can do that. Maybe Astro's toilets, maybe even G-Man toilets, can do that kind of damage, but the rest of the Titans are perfectly fine. Anyway, the TV Titan crumples the scientist toilet and gives the Titan speaker man. After reviewing his memories, the Titan speaker man takes his revenge completely. But I noticed something on Titan TV man left hand and I think he managed to reattach his sword. After the scientist toilet finally dies, the Plunger cameraman also takes off his protective lens. But suddenly the large TV man teleports in and we see that he's badly damaged, but of course he can be repaired. Also, in this scene, the TV man says, "And that's it, just a scratch." But then we move on to the dark speaker man and yes, we missed another great one. Rest in peace, brother. and we see for the first time the upset face of the TV woman. But this is where we suddenly see the lucky cameraman, but I must say that unfortunately he is also dead, but we see that he is completely upset by the events that have happened and are going to happen. We also see 2 other cameramen that were with us on this way, but really, without them, such an event would never happen and they should be proud of themselves. But after this, suddenly something strange happens and we go to the secret agent, and I had said that we are going to see him again, and it happened. On the right side of the table we see the TV, speaker and camera, which most probably can be pointed out that all the agents were made by the secret agent himself, and this was a big secret that was most likely revealed. You can even tell from the TV light on the right that he was watching the whole thing. He then talked about bigger enemies like Astro and toilets, but the equipment this cameraman brought to him is quite strange. I can't tell at all from this distance. And after all this, the Plunger cameraman unfortunately could not survive, and I had said that it will not be easy to kill the scientist toilet and we will probably lose some people. After this he turns to the cameraman Titan and gives a thumbs up with all his heart. Rest in peace, brave and great man. And for the first time in the entire series, we see the camera off. Well, maybe none of us thought it would be so sad, but we have to be strong. Even now this video is getting too long, and I will make another video about the secret agent and the unsolved secrets. If you think I missed something, write me in the comments. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos. I'll see you in the next videos, Master Toilet.